right, here we go. Hello, everybody. Thanks for joining us as always. We're just getting set up right now. I'm just adding that double screen there. If you're on our Instagram, if you're on our Facebook, you just got the one screen, but it's still fun, so you're all good.
Yeah,
all right, looks like we got it going there. Hello, guys. The girls are almost on their way. They should be here shortly. Let's make sure the volume's not super weird. And I think we're pretty good to go there.
Sweet.
Yeah. And Lee, if you could just turn the volume down on your phone, just the volume part, and then I think we're good to go. So hello, everyone. Thanks as always for joining us. Dun, 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 dun. Hi, Mom. Thanks for hanging out with us. Hi, Jeanette. Thanks for hanging out with us. She says hello, babes. We got 3 babes in the house today. You've got me, you've got Ariel, and you've got Lee today. I'll start with a little introduction just while we're getting set up. And then we'll get on into everything. So, welcome, guys. Welcome to Big Eddy Glassworks Wednesday live stream. As always, we do a little live stream on Wednesdays from noon until 1 p.m. where we make something we've never made before, usually inspired by like a theme, something happening throughout the week or the month. Today is no different, but I'll get into that soon. I'm going to start with a couple little introductions. Looks like that bottom... Oh! There we go. That bottom screen is working. Woohoo! Sweet. So I'll do a little introduction there. We've got Ariel on the screen right now. Give us a little wave. Ariel has been working with glass for over 7 years now. She graduated from the University Alberta of the Arts. And she's been working with us here at Big Eddy Glassworks for over a year now. We've got Lee, who's turning the blowpipe there. You can see her in the background there. Lee is the owner of Big Eddy Glassworks. She is also our head glass blower and has been working with glass for over 19 years. If that was a person, they would be legal drinking age now. And speaking of drinking, what are we making today? We're making a beer Koozie in honor of National Beer Day. So exciting. But I'll get onto that shortly. I'll keep doing some introductions. We don't have Kayla in the house today, but she is another one of our glass blowers. She's been working with glass for over 4 years now and also graduated from the University Alberta of the Arts. We have Hunter as well. Again, she's not working today. She's enjoying a nice day off. She's been doing a little glass blowing herself lately, and she's also been doing quite a bit of flame working here and works the front desk. We have Tyler as well. He does a lot of flame working and cold working for us and sometimes works the front desk as well. And then you have myself, the voice behind all the live streams. I do some marketing and media and occasional play on the torches as well. And my name is Megan. Hello, guys. Thanks for hanging out with us today. All right, like I said, we are making a beer Koozie today because it is National Beer Day. So fun.
You should be drinking a beer right now.
I should be drinking a beer right now. Am I drinking a beer right now? Oh, right. Sorry, not just me, not the Megan show. But you'll never know if I am drinking one back here because nobody in the internet world can see that or not.
Are you
So you
wearing
never know.
pants? We don't know.
Am I wearing pants? We should hope so because the doors are still open and people can come on in. So maybe is the question. So we've already started. Lee's got some clear glass on her blowpipe there. She's marvering it away. We're making some fun stuff today. I've got a ton of facts about beer, both some local beer here, some BC beer. I've also got a couple facts about beer Koozies, and you're right, we will discuss whether it is Koozie or Koozie. For anyone who doesn't know what a beer Koozie/Koozie is, it's that little foamy thing, plastic thing, whatever it may be, neoprene I think, that fits around your little beer can and keeps it nice and cool. On the nice sunny days there, so we are in the midst of searching for a beer koozie right now in the shop, but I don't think we're very successful in that one. But that's okay. So let me talk a little bit about that. And then we'll just talk about things happening in the studio lately. So it looks like we are coloring our glass today using powder instead of frit like we have in the past. The color that we're dropping into right now I think is a Celadon, which is like a light teal color. So,
It's actually inside of black.
oh, we're doing the inside of black. Just kidding.
So it looks like actual like neon.
We're just keeping you on your toes, including myself.
And we're gonna do Celadon. And then we're gonna do powder rolled up.
So we're coloring the inside of the Beer Koozie black. The outside of the Beer Koozie is going to be like a super light teal color, which will be fun. And then we're going to put a label on it because you got to brand it somehow. And I think we're going to add like a little tree, and we're going to add a little sunshine, because it's two of our favorite things here in Revelstoke. Speaking of Revelstoke, that's where we are. If you guys haven't been able to see us in person, that's where we're located. It's a big mountain town, or we got big mountains, but it's a small town. A lot of adventure and some super talented artists. And we are the glass blowers here in Revelstoke. So super fun, guys. We definitely suggest you guys come hang out with us if you're ever around Revelstoke, British Columbia, Canada. All right, you guys want to know if it's Koozie or Koozie? We were debating this earlier, and I found out the answer, but didn't tell the girls yet. So, you guys ready for the real answer?
Yes.
So, is it Koozie or is it Cozy? Technically, it's both. So, Koozie is actually a brand name. So, similar to like Kleenex and Band-Aid, where it just becomes synonymous with the actual material itself. Koozie was actually like a branded name. So that's why a lot of people call it the Koozie. However, it originally comes from Cozy, coming from the original like tea cozy, back when they used to knit little cozies for their teacups, which is where it actually comes from. So technically, it is Cozy, but the brand name is Koozie. So if you say one or the other, you're both right. But we're going to make one out of glass today. That's going to be fun.
Yeah.
Nice little glass cozy. So this is going to fit a nice 375 ml can of beer, right?
Kind of far in, because I can't push that too.
So where did the cozy come from? Well, besides the tea cozy, originally coming from centuries past in England, the actual cozy for a beer can was invented in Australia around the 1970s. Of course, nice, hot, tropical Australia needed something to keep their beer nice and cold, so they came up with the cozy. It's funny though, the cozies come in a whole bunch of different types of materials in the past. It used to be, like back in the 1990s, it used to be like a hard, sturdy foam shell. I think they used plastic at one point. They've also used cowhide before. They used to like crochet some of them. But yes, everyone kind of settled on the neoprene, which seems to work the best. Until now, when we are making a glass cozy, and it's going to be so much better than a neoprene one. Mostly because we made it. As always, guys, if you have any questions at all today, please let me know. I'm happy to answer them, or make up an answer, and get you a real answer once I know it. It's a not so beautiful day here in Revelstoke today. The rain is trying to come down, sprinkling a little bit out there. Anyways, back to glass blowing. Lee is rolling the glass into that Celadon color, that nice light teal. So this is going to be the outside color of the glass. And she's rolling that on the marver table there. She's also shaping the glass while she does this. And back into the glory hole there. I'm going to try and move that screen just a bit there so you can see all of Lee. There she is. Got a couple things happening at the studio lately. If you're following us on either Facebook or Instagram, you will know that our workshops unfortunately have been canceled in light of the new BC health regulations, we decided we'd play our part, cancel the workshops for the time being, or just put them on pause, I suppose, because we will be starting them up eventually, and we will keep you posted on that. But unfortunately right now, glass blowing workshops and flame working workshops are no longer happening at the moment. Keep checking our website for when they'll be back on. I think that bottom screen's just not working. Oh, it just needs to be moved over.
Oh, it's here.
Ariel's just making herself a cocktail over there. Great.
Okay,
So like I said, workshops are canceled. However, we're still up and running here at the studio and Hot Shop. Feel free to come stop by, come say hello. We love it when people come on in and say hi, watch some glass blowing, or come shop our studio as well. We totally get that you can't really make it here in person at the moment, which is why we started these live streams in the first place. So thank you so much for hanging out with us on the interweb today. We hope you're somewhere nice and cozy, such as in some sweatpants. Oh, you see what I did there? So just sitting in sweatpants on your couch, maybe you're working from home, maybe you're at the office and you're just on your lunch break, maybe you're not on your lunch break and you're just trying to procrastinate and are watching glass blowing instead. Either way, we're super happy that you guys came and hung out with us today. What are we up to today? Says K-Boy Glassman. K-Boy Glassman, it is National Beer Day, so we are making a beer cozy out of glass. It's going to be super fun. We've got some, the inside of this is going to be black. The outside of it is going to be like a nice teal color. And then we are going to add a label onto this bad boy too.
we'll blow it out here first, yeah.
So yeah, you can't really tell what the color is at the moment, but we should be able to start to see it as it cools down a little bit there. Alright, let's get to some beer facts. Around the world, humans consume over 50 billion gallons of beer every year. How crazy?
How many Olympic-sized swimming pools does that make?
Like a lot of Olympic-sized swimming pools. Also, why do we judge things by Olympic-sized swimming pools? I don't actually know how big that really is. Or football fields. I'm not a football person. This one probably will come as a shock to you guys, but beer is the most widely consumed alcoholic drink on the planet. Shocking, I know, right? I mean, wine would be up there for sure, but definitely beer is the number one, and it is actually the third most popular drink in the entire world. Water is number one, and tea is number two, and beer comes in at number 3.
Good job, beer.
Yeah, beer. We appreciate you. Beer is also probably the most commonly drink that we drink here at Spaghetti Glassworks. That sentence was so hard to say. Meg has not yet had any alcohol, but from that sentence you wouldn't be able to tell. Beer's core ingredients are grain, hop, yeast, and water. Woohoo!
Good for sports.
Somebody just asked, are we drinking beer this afternoon? Is that what's going on? I mean, we haven't started yet. But again, you probably couldn't tell. Alright, so Lee's just blowing into the glass blowpipe there. It's hard to see just because it's just out of the screen, but it was making that glass a little bit wider there. Glass is all about temperature. You constantly have to heat it. If it gets too cold, it will crack. If it gets too hot, it will melt everywhere. So these girls are pretty good at timing it. Yeah. The earliest evidence of beer and brewing came from ancient Egypt. In fact, a lot of people think that the reason that we actually have like civilizations and stayed in one place is because of beer. Because you had to stay in one place to tend to the fields where you would get your barley and your hops, yeast, and water. So you'd have to cultivate those and kind of start farming, essentially. And that's why people started staying in one spot, which is why civilizations kind of started. Pretty neat. So thanks, beer, for giving us communities and yeah, Earl, that's a bit better. We could also push it that way a bit.
I pushed it more for a bit, but I don't know how to make it. Sorry.
That's okay. We got a close-up of Ariel's hand there. And yes, it is 5 o'clock somewhere. You're right, guys. And if we took the batteries out of the clock and just turned the dial a bit, it would be 5 o'clock here too, so. Alright, so back to our beer cozy here. I think we got that bottom screen working a bit better there, guys. Thanks for being patient with us. So back to beer cozies. There's a couple different names for them. Like I said, it's either koozie or cozy. But a couple other names that people call them are, so beer cozy. There's the beer jacket, one of my favorites, the drink huggy, the stubby holder, that's a little Australian one there, the can cooler, the beer sleeve, or one of my absolute favorites, the brewski blazer. The brewski blazer. I feel like you need to have a little finger gun with that one when you say it.
I know that sooner that would alter design choices today.
Would we make like an actual blazer?
Laser.
Like a little bow tie?
Yeah.
Great.
Well, I don't have that kind of Koozie yet.
So in British Columbia, speaking of beer, there are now over 208 craft breweries. About 10 years ago in 2010, there was only like 50 craft breweries. So we've definitely added a couple in the 10-year span there. We've had about 150 breweries pop up in British Columbia alone in 10 years.
150?
We've got over 200 now in BC, but in 2010 we only had 50. So big ol' increase there. And I've definitely tried out quite a few of them, you know, for science.
I wrote an essay on the craft beer industry for university.
That's really funny. I also did. I wrote my thesis project on the craft beer industry in British Columbia and how it affected tourism. Fun facts about Meg. Sorry, Megan, if my mom's out there listening. And there's approximately over 2,000 breweries in all of Canada. Craft breweries and regular breweries. Over 2,000. A lot. What country do you guys think? What country do you think has the most beer consumption per person in the entire world?
Belgium.
Belgium? Ariel, any guesses?
Most beer consumption?
Yeah, per person. Canada. Anyone out there have a guess there? What country drinks the most beer per person in the world? We don't have any answers, but I will let you know. It's the Czech Republic. So, close with Belgium? That's a good guess. We do have a question here. Maybe this is a stupid question. It is not. But what's the difference between a craft brewery and a regular brewery? Well, regular brewery is not the right term. I know I did just say that, but it's like the industrial type. Anyways, craft brewery, it has to be a certain, you can't produce over a certain amount of hectoliters, I believe it is, per year. Now let me just do a little quick search on the internet, because I know that it's going to be out there. But yeah, you're only allowed to produce a certain amount to be known as a craft brewery. If you produce over that, you get taxed way more. But you can also produce a lot more and become more of like a factory. So try and find the actual answer for you, because I know there is a number. So it's macro brewery and a microbrewery. So craft brewery is going to be more like a microbrewery. But yes, you have to, by definition, produce less than 6 million gallons of beer to be a macro brewery. And to be a microbrewery, you can produce no more than 15,000 barrels of beer per year. So yeah, there you go. There she be. And then it sounds like KSS Enterprise. And Meg Yessie are gonna go grab some beers. I love it. Oh, and your mom guessed Germany. Good guesses, guys. I have another question for you out there in the internet world. Dun, 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 dun. All right, so it is the Czech Republic that drinks the most per person per year, but what country drinks the most beer in total per year? Ariel's guess is the USA. Lee's guess is Australia. Does anybody else have a guess out there? I'm going to repeat the question. Which country consumes the most beer as a whole per year? So far we've got guesses of the USA and Australia. Hunter has guessed Germany. KSS has guessed the US. Nice guesses, everybody. Oh, I'm going to wait for Jeanette. I bet she'll guess out there. Ooh, and Jeanette got the correct answer with China. China is one of the biggest countries in the world and also drinks the most beer as a whole. So nice guesses, guys. But it is China. All right. All right, guys, so if you just saw that little technique there, we had just laid out some powder on our Marver block. Powdered glass there in the shape of a little tree and a sunshine, which is what we used to decorate our label. So Lee just pressed the hot glass into that powdered glass there to try and get the label to go onto our beer cozy. Alright guys, there is a fast food restaurant that sells beer on its menu in France, Germany, Portugal, and South Korea. What fast food company do you think it is?
McDonald's.
We've got 2 guesses of McDonald's. Anyone else there in the internet world have a guess for me? If you were in France and you wanted to get a beer at a fast food restaurant, you could go to ... fill in the blank. Is it Burger King? You've already guessed. Looks like everybody out there is guessing McDonald's. McDonald's. And guys, you are 100% correct. McDonald's sells beer on its menu in France, Germany, Portugal, and South Korea. And soon to be Canada? Just kidding, not. But I mean, that would be pretty cool, right? Except I think it's only drive-in right now at the moment, so you'd have to drive in and grab a beer, and I'm pretty sure that's illegal, so... Yeah, good guesses. Only because I think McDonald's is everywhere. McDonald's is everywhere, but Subway has just become the largest, or has the most number of restaurants in the entire world, beating out McDonald's. Yeah, Big Eddy Babe. Alright guys, there's a beer called Snake Venom, which is the strongest beer in the entire world. Did you ladies hear that? Snake Venom is the strongest beer in the entire world. What do you think its percentage is?
23.
Higher than 23%. Strongest beer in the world. What percentage is it? I'll give you a hint. It's stronger than vodka. What the heck indeed? We got the guess of 65? 65% for a beer? Ariel, what's your guess? 47. Anyone out there in the internet world have a guess for me for strongest beer? It's called Snake Venom. Probably dreamed up in a nightmare. Sounds terrible. It's brewed in the UK by a company called Brewmeister. It's the strongest beer in the world with a percentage of, drumroll, 67.5%. Like I said, vodka is only 40%. I really hope they don't sell that beer at McDonald's. Ooh. Alright, this Koozie's coming along. If you're on our Instagram there, you can see that bottom screen. You can see the color coming up just a little bit better than on the big screen on Facebook. Nonetheless, you can still see the glass blown process. We're checking it out. It looks very orange right now, but glass usually looks very orange. Especially when it's nice and hot. I'm very excited to see this come out. It looks pretty cool to me. So fun. Alright, let's talk a little bit more about the shop, guys. Some fun things happening. So we've actually got a new workshop that we're putting on now, and it is not a glass blowing workshop, but it is still glass. Lee's just trying to give a little view there. So yeah, we have a new workshop coming up. It is designing your own glass and doing so using sandblasting. So this is coming soon, guys. We haven't fully announced it yet, and we'll let you know when you can actually start booking those. But we got to try these on Monday as a little sample, and oh my gosh, it was so fun. Let me show you a little example. So we've been taking a whole bunch of like wine bottles and bomber bottles, you know, things that are destined for the trash or recycling. We've been actually hot popping them, we've been sanding them, and then we've been fire polishing them to make some really cool glasses. Got some examples of that here. So this is like one of our glasses here. You can see the classic wine bottle bottom, but like a nice soft rim there. So that's one of them. This is a bit of a wider one. So for our workshop, you can take one of these glasses, decorate it with a whole bunch of stickers in whatever fashion you may like. So I've got a little example here, just a little cup. So I put some like dinosaur stickers on there, some bones in there, and I got some electrical tape running around that to make a really cool swirl. So we're gonna take this cup, show you there as well. We're gonna take this cup, we're gonna throw it in the sandblaster, and it's going to not sandblast where the stickers are, but sandblast wherever you can see the glass, and permanently etch that into the glass. I've got a little example here of what that'll end up looking like. So it's a super cool like frosted glass look wherever the stickers weren't. And then, I know I don't have any of the other glasses here. I brought it home. But you can see here like the dinosaur sticker there. Lee's name here. Super fun. So guys, I'm announcing that soon. It's gonna be sweet. If you're interested, please let me know. Send me a little message. I had so much fun doing it, guys. I got real into my own world about designing my own. But yes, it was so fun. And we're gonna be starting that up soon. And yeah, just another way to save the bottles from hitting those landfills. We're taking them instead and making some reusable glasses out of them. We got another workshop. This one's more of a kit actually, where you can come and purchase this kit for us. Again, on the same theme of recycling. We have a whole bunch of broken glass here. I mean, we break things every once in a while. So with the broken glass, we've been taking it, we've been putting it into our cement mixer that we've vamped up to work for us, to make tumbled sea glass, which we like to call Lee glass. And with all those pieces, we do a whole bunch of different things. We offer it as like glass for your gardens. If you want to add a little extra color to your gardens, it's nice, soft, no sharp points anymore. You can add it to your like fish tanks if you like. You can add it to like a little air plant planter. We've made some earrings out of them. I've shown them on our social medias before. But now we're offering a kit with them. So with this kit, you get a little bit of cement that's already measured out. You get a little baggie of our sea glass. And we give you the instructions on how to make your very own little sea glass stepping stone. So I've got a little example here. Again, we made these the other day. I'm super excited about this. I'm going to post a picture about this a little bit later. I think maybe tomorrow or the next day. But yeah, you got a lot of bright colors in there. And this is nice. You can put this in your garden. You can use that as a little pathway. Super fun. And those kits are going to be available shortly. Again, I will let you know as soon as we have them. And those are a really nice like little takeaway thing that you can do with like adults, kids, whatever ages you want. Super fun little family activity. You can even write things in the glass, and yeah, so great. Oh, yeah.
Work in progress, but we'll be selling also beads made out of old glass.
Yeah, so of course when we're making those glasses, like the ones I just showed you out of the beer bottles, such as this one here, what do we do with the tops? Well, we're taking the tops of them and we're melting them down. We've got a couple little bead trays that we can throw in our annealer, and so we're still working on it, figuring out the last couple details, but making some like beads out of them. So this is one of them. So this used to be a beer bottle. Nice and softened glass now. As you can see, got a bit of a triangular one too, as like a nice pendant there. Yeah, super fun. So we're doing our best there, guys. Figuring out how to reduce, reuse, and recycle as best as we can. And bringing that to you guys as well. I've got Kurt MMP saying hi, Lee.
Hi.
Yeah, so that's some of the things happening in our studio right now. We're definitely looking at our little footprint of what we do and trying to recycle as best as we can. And as always, we have the glass bells. They just knocked one off there into the pail, and we sell those as well. We have a lot of people come in and purchase those for things like crafts. I've had people use them as like shot glasses. Even though there's a hole in the bottom, they just cover that up. I've seen people use it as wind chimes. Super fun. Whatever you'd like. All right, so we have transferred this onto Lee's blowpipe there. Lee's gonna be opening it up with the jacks. Ariel's gonna be using the paddle there to get a nice flat edge on that lip of the Koozie. It's looking so cool. If you missed the beginning of this, we are making a glass beer Koozie. It's black on the inside, teal on the outside, and has a nice label with a tree and a moon or a sunshine. It might have turned into a moon. Can we make arrowheads? Like out of the glass? I suppose you could. I mean, I've got a triangular one here that kind of looks like an arrowhead. I guess you could sharpen it up if you wanted. All right, and some other things happening. We've just announced a new contest on our Instagram and our Facebook. We're super excited to give away something a little fun. So between yesterday and Tuesday, so next week, April 13th, we're doing a little giveaway. If you post a picture on your Instagram story of you enjoying a Big Eddy Glassworks with a fun cocktail or beer or beverage of your choice, if you post it on there and tag us, and then tag whichever friend you'd like to be sharing a drink with, you'll be entered to win. And we've got 2 mermaid cups that we're giving away. One of them will go to you, and one of them will go to the friend that you tagged. If you're on Facebook, you can still play along. I've made a post about it, and if you just post in the comments a picture of your Big Eddy glass with a cocktail in it or a beverage of your choice. And then again, tag the person you'd like to be drinking that cocktail with. You'll be entered to win. So check that out, guys. I have that in the stories in our Instagram. I have it as a post as well. And I'm telling you about it now. So you have until April 13th to make yourself a little something in your cup and then post about it. And of course, don't forget to follow us on Facebook and Instagram there, guys, and Twitter and TikTok. We're on all the social platforms except for LinkedIn, because I don't know if anyone actually uses LinkedIn. This is very cool looking.
We're close. Okay, and we're gonna take it because, yeah, we want to make sure of your fits, but we're not sure.
Speaking of beer and cocktails, our next cocktail hour is coming up on Friday, guys, at 4:30. Tyler kicked us off with our month of April, which we're calling April Spritz. He started off with an elderflower blackberry white wine spritzer, and it was delicious. All our recipes are going to be up on our website if you guys want to try them for yourself. Hunter is up this week. She's going to be here at 4:30. Showcasing her bartending skills with her take on a nice spritz. The April spritz rules are it just has to be a little bubbly somehow. I'm not quite sure what she's making yet. I guess you'll have to tune in with me on Friday at 4:30 to find out. And again, that's going to be on our live stream, so join us on Friday. And for anyone wondering out there, for when I'm doing my cocktail, no, I will not be opening a bottle of champagne in the glass shop again. We all saw how that worked out the first time, and it is not going to happen again. So, sorry to disappoint, but that will not happen. How we doing, ladies? Doing a little drive-by?
I can't go any lower.
That's okay. Yep. Very cool. So now it looks very orange right now. Is it orange or is it the Celadon, right?
Celadon.
Celadon.
Yeah.
Real bad at pronouncing names. Which is actually going to be a nice light teal color. So a little bit lighter than this here.
It's like... cooling down.
Whoa.
But see right now it looks like lime green. It'll change still.
Yeah, so cool.
That was a really fast demo.
Yeah.
Live stream.
We're pretty much done here, guys. If anyone has any more questions, let me know. I'd be happy to answer them there. If not, you know what? We went real fast today, which is great.
I was going to use a beer glass, but it's okay.
Yeah,
Save it.
we will save that one. Thanks as always, guys, for hanging out with us. We love hanging out with you. If you guys are looking for a little bit more glass blowing action, you can head on over to K-Boy Glassman. He does a live stream on Wednesdays as well from 1 p.m. until 2 p.m. I think Bavin Glassworks is still doing them as well.
Well,
Maybe?
he might not be tomorrow. Last week was Invisiglass Unicorn demo.
Nice.
So I don't know if he's doing anything. He's firing up his works again this week.
Nice. And then next week we have somebody else starting as well.
That Glass House Experience is starting next Wednesday.
Glass House Experience is starting next Wednesday as well, guys. So we're getting a little glass like hangout happening on Wednesdays and Thursdays. Everyone's going live. We love it. It's so fun. And with that, if we are finished, if you guys have any more questions, send me a quick message now. If not, I'm gonna just pop out of here, I think.
Fun's over. Back.
And we will join you guys on Friday at 4:30 for the cocktail hour. And if not, we will see you next week on Wednesday at noon. And we're gonna be announcing the winners of the contest that we're doing. So that's gonna be announced on Wednesday, and it ends on Tuesday, guys. So make sure you check that out.
Make sure to enter even if you're related to any of us.
Even if your name is Jeanette, you can still enter this competition, guys.
Everybody.
Open to everybody. That means you too, Mom. You can also answer.
Yeah. All the moms,
Yeah.
all the cousins.
everybody. All right, adios, guys. Sorry, I was trying to write all the names.
Yeah, it's okay. I always wonder if people are trying to talk on the glass duck one.